here from RAP4. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the DMR, which is our 4.68 bolt action rifle, as well as the PTR. Something to keep in mind right now, the PTR has been doing really well for us, especially since Urban Shield. And it is going to be tied in contracts at least till about June of 2014. Of course, if we're able to fulfill our contracts before then, we'll have it available for the public, but that's more or less the date that it's looking at, so at least another 6 months is pretty much what I'm saying. Because of this reason, we're coming out with basically an upgrade model to the 4.68 lineup. So this is no longer the T68 style of trigger frame. A couple things that are really cool about this. Let's see if we can get a zoom in on this. Number one, no more trigger boot. So there's no more the plastic trigger boot that's so classic with the 4.68 or T68 type of trigger system. So this is a true to scale AR trigger feel. Basically has a trigger pull as well. So I mean, this is definitely a definite upgrade for the 4.68 platform. It'll be used in the DMR as well. So another thing that it integrates a nicer and also a very modern AR trigger guard. So this is seen on many rifles out there, billet rifles, billet low receivers. Another thing that it incorporates, basically the thickness from here to the receiver is the same, so it matches an AR receiver more true to scale again. Something else to consider, the pistol grips. This is a mil-spec attachment point, so you're able to put on any mil-spec AR trigger grip, so no more modding or anything else like that. So these are a couple of things that are basically be coming out for you guys for upgrades for the 4.68. Especially if you're going to do an upgrade from 4.68 to a DMR platform or something, this is a really nice trigger to have, and that way you're not waiting around for the PTR to come out. And this is a screw-on system, so it just bolts on to your existing lower receiver firing mechanism. So basically you have two screws just like the old system. It has a very neat attachment point that was not in the previous version, but again, something to look forward to. This is the 4.68 bolt-on upgraded trigger frame. Alright, cool. So now for the main thing that I want to talk to you about. This is a bolt action. This is a bolt action 4.68. It has a PTR lower. So basically you have all the advantages of a bolt action rifle, extreme consistency, and of course accuracy because of the same reason. So if you're using shape projectiles and you're shooting the same amount of air each time, you're going to have a very accurate rifle system. This is put together with a hammerhead barrel, so of course a rifle barrel even helps a little bit more with shape projectiles. But again, basically this is the way it works. It's a 2.5 pound trigger pull, so I mean that right there is just amazing. You just basically breathe on it and it fires, but of course it's all part of the system. So again, this is the closed bolt DMR setup. Basically the way it works is just there's a few upgrades. So this is still in a prototype phase in a way. This is your bolt, so it's a very efficient bolt. It transfers the air very well in there. Okay, so pretty much the same thing. You still close it like your 4.68, but again, now you have the added benefit of having a closed bolt system. You should know that it is coming pretty soon, so you won't have to be waiting around for it very long. But this option will probably become available as a drop-in kit to your existing lower receiver, or its own rifle, like I said. So this combined with the new trigger frame, I mean, you have an outstanding rifle system. There are rifles out there that have this type of setup. They're very similar. In fact, I aim to make it almost an identical replica of some of these. There is the Macmillan CS5, which is a tactical version, and there's also a match competition shooting rifle called the Tub 2000. Basically, Type 2000 was made by an 11-time NRA match rifle champion, and he basically said some things as far as the rifle platform, the way that it works, that because of the way that the bolt action works and the action, you don't have to remove your face from the scope. You don't have to take your sight off the picture there. You can just go shoot, 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 and you can engage all your targets this way. So of course there's lots of videos on YouTube as far as, you know, his techniques and basically knowing how to use their rifles. But again, this is it's a competitor to other rifle platforms out there. But again, it makes sense if you look at what they're saying, what they're showing. Not having to take your face off the scope and go back on target, it's definitely a good practice to have, so that way you can stay on target. In fact, he shows a different way of shooting it, which is actually using his middle finger. So he shoots, comes back, boom, back, boom, back. So again, we're mimicking an existing rifle platform that's out there that is doing a great job both for the tactical side and the competition side. So this DMR setup should be an awesome platform to add to your arsenal. More information coming about DMR pretty soon. Thank you very much.